What's up, fight fans? This is Kurt DeVille with Counterpunch Boxing News, and I have some new news concerning Deontay, the Bronze Bomber Wilder. Get this. According to Figbt, okay, this is a WBN article, it states that it's a sad career ending if Deontay Wilder fails to secure an Andy Ruiz Jr. fight. Deontay Wilder faces ending his career with whimper if the American heavyweight cannot land a fight with Andy Ruiz Jr. soon, despite promises when speaking at the unveiling of the statue in his hometown. Wilder's tenure in the sport has tailed off. After beating Robert Helenius with an almighty knockout last October, Wilder has given a lifeline after back-to-back losses after Tyson Fury. However, a mandated battle with Ruiz continued to remain off the table. Wilder pursued over other avenues like facing Anthony Joshua in the Middle East and a potential punch-up with Francis Ngannou. Nothing materialized, and the Bronze Bomber was forced to return to the WBC's original offer. Deontay Wilder versus Andy Ruiz talks. After week back-and-forth negotiations, Wilder and Ruiz have gone quiet. Many hope this means an announcement is due. However, if it's the opposite and the pair cannot agree on the deal, Wilder's only avenue back to a world title shot in the next 12 months will disappear. By the time Alexander Usyk or Tyson Fury become free obligations potentially against each other in 2024, Wilder will be 40 years old. He will be facing his final months as a fighter. Facing Helenius in his last event didn't light any fires for fans. Therefore, going over the same ground will only polarize audiences further. Okay? Let me counterpunch, because I'm not going to read the whole article to get what he's saying. Shout out to Figbt. I do understand him, and I do understand the reason for him making this article. Why? Because Deontay Wilder, if you guys haven't noticed, it's been difficult when it comes to other fighters to make big fights or other possible threats. You know, it's similar to Tyson Fury's situation. Why can't any of these guys find a good fight or a decent fighter to fight? Yeah, they fight each other or whatever. They fought each other 3 times. The show's over. Now it's time to move on. Okay, Deontay Wilder has to mentally, spiritually, physically move on from Tyson Fury. And him not fighting Andy Ruiz, if they can't get it done, you know what it reflects, though? It reflects that maybe, just maybe, Andy Ruiz is not the total problem, because Andy Ruiz is not the only person that has had problems making fights. Deontay Wilder has as well. Okay, you look at the Anthony Joshua fight, you look at the Dillian White fight, you look at the WBC and their bullshit with the WBC's mandated interim champion but not mandatory bullshit. You know what I mean? So it's been going on like that for the longest while, and we know that the WBC should be responsible for making this fight. Okay? Now we could scratch all that to the WBC, but since these guys are making negotiations with each other, that makes them more at fault because they're more hands-on on what the hell is going on or what the hell is stopping this fight from happening. It makes Wilder, in my opinion, look bad if he can't make the Andy Ruiz fight, because it's too often and too easy and too convenient to keep saying that the other guy priced himself out or it's the other guy's fault. Well, why is it always the fucking other guy? Why can't you be the guy that makes the fight happen? See, these fights between these guys, it's either ego or fear. One of the two. Or both. Because, if you got a big ego, but you're really afraid of fighting a guy But you think that I want more money from that guy, but then that guy doesn't want to bend to the money that I want to give him. I won't fight him. But if I also know that guy fighting that guy, if I did bend and he beats me, my ego may not take that. How can I? Shit, did it work and happen last time it happened? The last time Wilder got his ass whooped, or the first time rather, it was 150 million excuses. The spiked water, the crab in the barrel referee, the gloves, every fucking thing. The outfit, the uniform. Dude, there's more. You know, my fucking hand was falling off the bone. My muscle was falling off the bone. And it just shows you, though, that's ego. He can't deal with taking a loss. Well, maybe you can't deal with the idea of losing again, so you have to have everything the way you want it. That's a possibility. Now, it's kind of bold to say Wilder is scared of anybody, but I think everybody has fear. Okay? But I'm saying, regardless of whose fault it is, it's just too familiar that these guys can't seem to fight anybody else but themselves. And I'm talking about Tyson Fury and Deontay Wilder. They can't find to get fights. Tyson Fury's fighting a fucking exhibition, for Christ's sake. Deontay Wilder, he wanted other avenues of fighting and going on himself, so it's not too far out and Tyson actually fought him over that. You gotta get in line, you big dossa. That type of shit. Fighting over the idea, fighting and going on. He got first dibs because I guess he's the WBC champion, in which they will let you do anything you want to do as long as you give them the 3%. I keep pushing that with the WBC because I'm sick of them. I'm sick of the WBC. I've been tired of their shit. Something needs to be done. But if you're the president of your own bullshit island, who's going to do anything anyway? However, with Andy Ruiz, he also has his faults with ducking fights and not making fights happen. You know what I mean? But according to this article, it will be sad for Deontay. Why, though? It will be sad for Deontay. For one, his rival was able to make a quick fight with him, Andy Ruiz. And for two, Deontay Wilder needs to get back into the ring. That bullshit half-a-round knockout of his sparring partner, Robert Helenius, yeah, that gave him some confidence back, but you didn't really learn anything. What did we really learn of Deontay Wilder besides he lost weight? We didn't see him really show us examples of how good he really was. We didn't really see that. We just saw a man got caught at the end of that round, and that was kaput. That was over. Okay, that's all we saw. And Wilder's sitting around, and I know what he's thinking. I'm thin, I'm small, I'm tall, but I got it all because I got this right-hand cannon, and I will take anybody out when I hit them. But then there is a such thing as ring rust. So, fighting someone like Anthony Joshua, which I think if he doesn't fight Ruiz, he's just going to wait till the end of the year, just like he did last year. Well, hell, he waited last year and fought Helenius. Why couldn't he wait a whole year again and fight Joshua? Or fight once a year. So why can't he fight once a year against Joshua? That's what Wilder's thinking. Because he's thinking all I got to do is hit Joshua and it's over anyway. Then I claim total supremacy and I want everything that he had, including his endorsements and the praise and all that stuff to this day. However, though, if he doesn't fight Andy Ruiz, it does look bad for him making fights because this is not the first time that he's had issues with making fights with fighters that may have or pose a threat to beating him. Okay? And plus it makes it just look bad, like I said before, because he should easily make a fight with Andy Ruiz being in the same stable. Okay? They're both Al Haymon guys. They're both PBC fighters. So there should be absolutely no reason that this back and forth shit that we saw the last few weeks happened. But anyway, you guys tell me what you think of this article. Will it be a sad day if Deontay Wilder doesn't fight Andy Ruiz? Of course, please subscribe. And you guys been Counterpunch. Peace!